I'm slightly surprised that the Riverlands can manage to summon this many troops when they keep getting their cans kicked all over the place, but... Well, maybe they're just hiring sellswords. There's no way of knowing for sure. I'm a little reluctant to raise all of my lovies at once, because I think I almost just called them my lovies. Well, I do love them all, of course, but yeah, no, my levies also I'm very reluctant to raise. Oh, I didn't realise that Silas is a legitimised bastard. That's interesting. God, that makes it all the more less stable, all the more unstable. That's what I've accomplished. I don't understand how... Well, he's the king's grandson, so I guess... Robert of Ortrench. Because his eldest daughter, the previous king's eldest daughter, was a Terric and married the house of Ortrench. Not matrilineally either. I guess, yeah. Running out of Baratheons to stick on that there throne, unless some handsome young Stannis can intervene, of course. We will raise a few more troops. Because, well, I don't have enough, otherwise. That is the reason. Amazing that with so few armies I almost managed to neglect those that are hanging around the Trident. Apparently the Riverlanders were somehow defeated in King's Landing, which doesn't stand to reason, but it's a hell of a defeat. I don't know how they managed to pull it from the jaws of victory like that. I have inherited the castle of Brightwall. Oh, his daughter couldn't inherit that? She does have a claim on it, I think, yeah. But I don't think I can give it to her, I have to give it to a man, so... Terrific. I have a crappy wee little holding to dish out to someone. But I can't give it to her, yeah, like I can't grant her a landed title. A little bit annoying. Who have we got? Roger. Roger, my man. You take Brightwall. You always struck me as a Brightwall kind of guy. I wonder if I'm, devaluing the efforts of my courtiers and whatnot when I have something that's, well, when my setup for giving lands away is nothing approaching a meritocracy. I just give them to the youngest available male who doesn't already have a title. Then again, this is a feudal setup, so I guess meritocracies just don't exist right now anyway. Interestingly, the Riverlands have bundled all of their troops together. Oh my god! Ha! We can usurp the title of the Reach. We control 51% of the counties. Wow. I think if we had one less territory... Oh no, wait, no, I control 52%, but yeah, like I think if I had one less territory, I wouldn't be able to do it. Oh wow, that's got a sting. So now she's just the Lady of Blueburn and has this sort of de jure sort of rule. Or are these all... No, those must be independent high lordships now. Whoa, that's cool. I've kind of taken over the Reach by well, partially by conquest. Nice. Just the 5 Lord Paramountcies now. Admittedly, the Crownlands is just a pretty minor title pertaining to a handful of lands in that territory. Actually, it's quite a lot, I suppose. You've got Duskendale and most of the Kingswood and Dragonstone. Is that? I think it's Dragonstone. I'm not going mad, am I? God, I can't remember. What's happening to me? In any case, Well, I was going to say we're sending troops in as backup, but I'm not sure what help they're going to be. We'll march on King's Landing, that's for sure. I'm not sure we'll be able to help in time. Doesn't look like it, but... Oh, no, I take it back. I forgot that you can blaze through those territories quite quickly. Okay, now it's going to be super close, because obviously we have, well, pretty much even numbers. Ooh, luckily they just managed to win against that first Riverlands force before fighting the next one. Which is obviously handy because they have fewer troops now. Although, saying that, it might have given them lower morale for this fight, which probably would have played into our hands. But here's another 6,000 troops we can send in. Hopefully, yeah, between all those reinforcements we should be alright. The only problem is that their morale is quite low, so it's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination. And, yeah, the Iron Throne troops are starting out with a disadvantage in terms of morale. Oh, some of my reinforcements have been attacked. Yeah, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. See, now we have better numbers, but lower morale, and I'm not sure it's going to be a help or a hindrance to have done that. Doing shit in tournaments. Oh, shit. Oh wow, I didn't realise Stannis III was that old. Well, looks like he's not going to be... Is Lady Gretchel really going to mourn for us, though? I don't think so. She's going to remarry pretty soon. But yeah, we're Stannis IV now. Young Stannis has taken over. Our new heir is the Golden Grove lad. It looks like our troops have been kicked out of that fight with the death of Stannis III. Even though we are still at war with the Riverlands. But we're going to have to leave and then come back, I assume. Cousin medic? Kinsman. Yep, we've carried on all of our titles as well, which is handy. Because, you know, how inheritance is a little bit iffy sometimes. Interestingly, Stannis is not heir to the Vale. He's got some... No, it's not a great character at the moment, anyway. We'll have to work on it. Part of the problem here is that he doesn't have a Guardian at the moment. Yeah, he's only 10, could do with some moulding. Not the youngest Lord Paramount, I think, but pretty young. Why would the title of... Oh, right, yeah, no. Actually, loads of places are going to be lost on... No, why would the Westerlands be lost on succession? Stannis is the Lord of the Westerlands. Alright, well, we won't worry about that too much. Lady Sinel would be a good option. She is very favourably disposed towards us. I don't know, the smarter ones tend to hate me more, it would seem. Don't read too much into that. Maybe we need more of a military upbringing anyway? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about this, but I would assume that if Stannis wants to learn how to be, you know, a decent commander, maybe he needs someone with a High Marshal to teach him. And Aaron has that, and nothing else going for him. It's okay, he's got decent learning-ish. Or is that diplomacy? That's diplomacy, but he's good enough. So yeah, hopefully he can make Stannis a decent fighter and military ruler. Oh, I see my troops are suffering from attrition there. Yeah, awful shame about... Well, I guess we'll never know whether or not we would have beaten the Riverlands there. In any case, I'm raising what reinforcements I can while I've got them, because obviously the main threat after succession is rebellion. Kind of like the new king is having to deal with, I suppose. Oh good, Stannis has been taken as a squire, so that's, well, a start. Oh, okay. For no reason at all, our main force has been attacked before. Is it because the other Riverlander troops came into that territory? I think it is. It's a little bit messed up, that fight, I think. Right, we need to get some Dragonstone troops in on the scene pretty quick. I'm starting to have regrets about reinforcing my men because, well, one, it lowers their morale, and two, it's, I don't know, I guess it's kind of a sunk cost thing, like I had too many troops there already, I didn't want to lose the ones I had. Oh, and they've got much better commanders than me because for some reason they can assign their commanders, whereas I cannot do that. And I think that's probably one of the things that's annoyed me most while doing this series, is the fact that I've not been able to appoint my own commanders. It's, yeah, such a silly rule. Because the fact is that 9 times out of 10, and probably more often than that, it ends up with there being no commanders. I mean, I'm all for it if they want to stick someone mediocre in instead of someone who's slightly better, you know, because they want to be able to determine that. But the fact that it sort of leaves me with no leadership at any point in the army is very frustrating indeed. Oh, that's a huge loss. I'm going to partially pin it on the fact that the battle I was in the middle of got pretty severely fucked up by Stannis III dying mid-battle. Well, he wasn't fighting in it. Or was he? Oh. So Stannis might be a liar. Or something. Yep, he's deceitful, which gives 3 intrigue and 2 less diplomacy. I guess it kind of balances things out a little in terms of his abilities. Really more interested in the martial side of things. That's kind of why I hired him.